Right, so if you follow my Instagram, I really need to tidy this place up. You may have seen a picture that I put up of these knackered threads that are in here. Someone has tried to fix them in the past with helicoils. Let's just see if I can get a better picture. See how it's knackered. Basically, as they've drilled it out, there hasn't been enough meat around there and it's just come away. That one's helicoiled. That one's damaged. So I don't know, I might be able to re-helicoil that one, which means I have to make a phone call to get my helicoil kit back. How am I going to fix it? I'm going to use some quick steel. Everyone I phoned, no one had a direct answer how to do this. I was meant to get this done when the engine was in pieces. I was meant to take this off and have these welded up. I completely forgot, so I fucked up. What's going on with the dog? I'm talking to the cameraman. What are you doing? Honestly, dog's going mental today. So go and sit down. Go and jump on bed. Jump on sofa. What? Right, anyhow, so first thing, I need to get my timing plate off. Let's just pull that out of the way, because obviously that's all tied in. Right, I need to clean that first. Right, so to clean it, I have already been in there with a little wire brush on a stick type thing, and then I'm just going to use what little IPA I have left, isopropyl alcohol. Come on, please have some in here. So even after brushing, you can see how much shite's already back on it. In fact, what I'm first going to use is just some kitchen surface cleaner. So just a bit of that. Should I use this? Probably not, but as I've got a shortage of IPA at the moment, this is probably the best thing I can use before the IPA. Just had one of them smart meters put in, it just keeps beeping all the bloody time at me. It must see that I don't have a huge amount of electric or gas on it, but I don't use much, so what's the point of having a load of it sat on there? So now I'll do it with the IPA. You might say, why am I doing it with IPA after that? IPA, well, it not dissolves, what's the bloody word? Evaporates relatively quickly. So it's pretty good at cleaning stuff. I've cleaned all sorts with it. Maybe dropping it on the floor isn't the best way to do it. So I'm doing inside the hole as well, because I want to try and get all the threads as clean as possible. All my bloody knives have disappeared now. Right, so quick steel. I'm not going to need much for that, so can you see it yet? Yeah, about that much. Cut it off, throw the rest of it back in the little pot that you've got. Find it on the floor after you've dropped it. Oh. Right, you'll see the black in the centre and then the light grey on the outside. Once the two of them have mixed, it starts hardening pretty damn quick. So I'm just going to pull off all the little bit of plastic that's around it. That piece of something that's pulled off the floor. And then you just knead it quite mentally until there's no black streaks or anything left in it. Got probably 2 minutes before it starts, 2 to 4 minutes before it starts hardening. It's quite cold in here, so I might have a bit of time on that one. It will go all over your hands apparently. Now, I've used similar stuff to this before. Oh, screwdriver. I've fixed petrol tanks with this. Whoever welded the tank for this wasn't a very good welder. It was leaking. So I tried that tank seal and it didn't work properly, and then I found where the leak was coming from, realised it was quite a bloody big leak, so I just use this sort of stuff. So I'm just jamming it in there as tight as I can. This is, at this point in time, I'm just to getting it in the threads, so that's where it's really going to matter. And then I'm just going to build up one stick. I'm just going to start building up bit by bit now. So sorry I haven't really been online again, guys. I'm taking on like any work I can. I'm not getting much of it at the moment. I've just taken on some more bar work. So I'm meant to be glass collecting originally, but I'm actually back on bars again. Probably not for long, because no, it's not what I really want to do in life. I've been trying to set up another business, but obviously finances are a pain in the ass setting up a business. Right. So whether this will work or not, I don't know. And everyone I've talked to has said, let me know how you do it, to see if I come up with a solution. And I'm talking like, as far as I'm concerned, some bloody good engineers. We talked about Lumi Weld, JB Weld, actually getting this bike to the engineer so he could weld it. I think that should do. And obviously you want to try and keep it as smooth as possible on this front face. I just need to wet my hands a bit here. Right, so you might ask, why am I using this? This stuff can be drilled, tapped, machined and everything else, supposedly, after it's done. Why am I talking to the camera here and the microphone's there? So I'm hoping this should work. Now, it says it can be done with in an hour. I never trust them, because if it is still bonding in there, I would rather wait. So I'll probably leave this till, bloody hell, it's dinner time already. I'll probably leave this till maybe 2-3 o'clock, and then I will line up the casing, re-drill, find the centre, drill, tap. So I went out and bought another tap kit and a brand new drill bit to make life as easy as possible. But for now, all I can do is wait.
2 days later.
2 days later. I didn't need to leave it 2 days, but while this was drying, my washing machine was on and it didn't drain, so I ended up having to rebuild my bloody washing machine. Flooded the kitchen twice. Thank God I had my mate's carpet cleaner. Right, so let me get out with the light. That's pretty damn solid, as in it is rock solid. In fact, I know it's meant to be like kind of metalish, but it's warmer than the metal. Let me just see. Now, what I did do, I rubbed down the edge. I might have to scrape a little bit off there with a file. but I'll do that afterwards. No, that bit at the bottom, dickhead. So that should fit on nicely now. Now if I can find the bolts for this that I've put somewhere safe, and we all know what happens when we put something somewhere safe, it goes missing. Right, so I'm just going to fit this on. That one's don't tell me that one's damaged as well. Oh, that one's been helicoiled. And that one's not long enough. Right, I don't need that tight really. They will be going all like that in the future. This is just to get it lined up, right? So it's the M6 bolts. So the hole in these though is, let's have a look, 6.4. I was meant to move this away, weren't I? Right, so I can't find my 6mm bit. Oh, it could be in the box. I'm going to see if this will fit through. I don't think it does. Oh, maybe it does. So this has got a nice tip on it, and it's obviously central. So hopefully that's marked. But it'll be close if it has. Yeah, I've got quite into it. No, that hasn't marked, so this can go back on, and I'll have to find a drill bit. Right, so what I'm going to actually use is a very long Phillips screwdriver, which is 5.8mm, because I can't find my 6mm bit. So this is the closest I've got. So it'll be the closest to the centre, and I'm just going to give it a little twizzle to mark my drill point. And in fact, do I need to do that? Where's my 6? Yeah, that's. There's an indent in the centre of there, so when I put the drill in, hang on, how do I do this? I've obviously put a very small indent in, so when I put my drill in, it either hits that, or goes in the centre, and it tells me where the centre is, and I can feel it literally just fall in. So, drill time. Right, so remember, because at this point you don't want to drill too far in, so try and stay as level as you can, as square as you can. I've left the casing on to actually give me a much lower chance of cocking up. Oh, that's pretty soft stuff. So you take a quick look. 1, 2 channels in. So I've got a fair bit of depth there. And then I can get me tapping kit out. Went and picked this up from Tool Station. It was only a tenner. It's nothing special, but 6B 1.0. Now it isn't a bottoming tool, this one, so I might go out and buy a bottoming tool. Now the difference between them are, when you look at it that way, you can see that the taper and the threads don't go all the way to the bottom. So once again, like I showed you in doing the head, make sure you're going in square. They tend to line themselves up square. Put a bit of pressure on and slowly turn. It's really easy to tap this. which does concern me a little bit for if it's going to hold. Every couple of turns take it back, but on this stuff I don't think it really matters. Right, I can feel it at the bottom now. If it suddenly tightens up, don't think, oh, I'll just twist a bit harder. Oh, that pin falls out. Right. Yeah, that seems about right. So if I take an M6 now, where's that long one gone?